Holy shit, Daddy Sakaki's cards got revealed. What the fuck? What's going on, guys? Kale Alec here. It's been a while since I've made a video. I have no excuses. The holidays got busy and I got busy. Depression's a bitch, let me tell you. Anyway, hope you guys like that unboxing, or that opening, and the results giveaway. Congrats to our winner, by the way. Go check that out if you guys haven't seen the results. Maybe you won and you're watching this video right now. Anyways, maybe I'll do more of those in the future. I'm not sure. It depends. Either way, we have the Performapals that are used by Daddy Sakaki. Daddy Sakaki. Y'all can't tell me that Yugioh's dad is fine as fuck. I ain't gay or nothing. But out of all anime dads, well, I can't say all anime dads. Out of all Yu-Gi-Oh dads, Yugioh's dad is pretty fine. Anyway, so we got a bunch of cards. In here are also Reiji's cards from the anime. I might not go over those, but I also might because they're all on the same fucking page, so we'll see. We have his signature monster that's been in a lot of openings. It was in like the beginning of the like Solid Vision thing, and like all these flashbacks you see him with this card, and we finally get it fucking revealed. Thank God. I knew it was gonna be something having to do with entertainment. It's actually a Performapal. It seems that Yugioh's dad's gimmick is he uses Performapals that aren't pendulum monsters, but I'm not sure because we haven't seen him duel too much. But I'll just get right into it. So we have Performapal Sky Magician, level 7 wind type spellcaster monster, 2500 attack, 2000 defense. It's got the typical main character stats and level, so that's pretty cool. The second effect of Performapal Sky Magician can only be used once per turn. Once per turn, if you activate a spell card, this card gains 300 attack. During either player's turn, you can target one continuous spell card you control, return it to the hand. Then you can activate one Magician continuous spell card from your hand. And then third effect, if this face-up card leaves the field, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. Not too bad, actually. It's a nice little Performapal card. As far as normal, like non-pendulum Performapal monsters go, they're okay. This one seems pretty good, and I'm just gonna keep going down and see what else we got. We have Performapal Sky Pupil, 800 attack, 800 attack, 800 defense. Level 3 light spellcaster effect monster. You can only use the first effect of Performapal Sky Pupil once per turn. During either player's turn, you can turn one level 5 or higher Performapal monster you control to the hand. Special summon this card from your hand. So you return this to hand, use its third effect to destroy one card on the field, because it's technically leaving the field, so that's pretty cool. You can already see some synergy there. Second effect, if this card battles an opponent's monster, that monster's effects is negated until the end of the damage step. It's weak, so maybe we have something that'll boost its attack or something like that. And then if you control another Performapal monster and this card attacks an opponent's monster before damage calculation, destroy the opponent's monster. So there we go. Its second and third effects correlate as long as you have another Performapal in the field, which shouldn't be hard if you're running other Performapals. I'm liking their designs a lot. They're very circusy and very magician-y. I love the magician deck, so these are pretty cool. Next we have Performapal. Oh god, I can't do French, but I'm gonna give it a try. Revue Dancer. Probably Revue? I don't hell if I know. It's a level 3 light spellcaster, 800 attack, 800 defense. This thing was a dark. No, this thing was light too. Okay, so they're light and this one's a wind. Interesting. First effect, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card can be treated as two tributes for the tribute of a Performapal monster. There's not a lot of high-level Performapal monsters, but this is good, and you know, it's just if you control nothing, you special summon this out, you tribute it to summon, you know, Sky Magician, normal summon this, what's it called? Attack with this, use its effects, and then return this to hand using his effect, and you get the third effect of this. So there's already synergy with just these 3 cards, and that's pretty cool. I guess I'll go over these DDD cards. Why not? So we have DDD Ghost. This was shown off in one of the recent episodes of Arc 5. It's a level 2 Dark Fiend type tuner. 600 attack, 300 defense. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Dark Contract card or one DD monster in your graveyard except DD Ghost, and send one card with the same name as that target from your deck to the graveyard. And if this card is banished, you can target one of your banished Dark Contract DD monsters except DD Ghost and return it to the graveyard. So he works, you know, he works in grave. You know, he's a ghost. That makes sense. In the anime, a whole bunch of shenanigans were done where his effect helped summon out multiple monsters. I'm sure we can use this in so many different ways. He's a tuner, which opens up a lot of possibilities. Now, Night Howling and Lamia aren't the only tuners, which is pretty good. So now we have a level 1, 2, and 3 tuner, which is still pretty good. Yeah, not bad. And then we have our rank 3. This just appeared in another recent episode. DDD Boulder King Darius, rank 3 Earth Fiend type monster. It's got 1900 attack, 1000 defense. It requires 2 level 3 Fiend type monsters. And once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target 1 Dark Contract card you control and destroy it. And if you do, draw 1 card. So, not bad. It prevents your contracts from burning you, and then you get to plus off of it. So, like I said, not bad. You get your use out of your contracts, and you pop it with this. And, if this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. Also destroy that opponent's monster after damage calculation and inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So, that's pretty good. He's limited to, you know, the 2 materials, so you have to pick which effect you want to use wisely. But still, it's not that bad of a card. It's a pretty good generic rank 3. All DDD cards end up being pretty good anyway, because the deck's just going to be broken when it comes out. Next, we have a spell card for the Performapals. It's Magician's Encore. This has to do with the second effect of this card. That was my fucking Gundam clock. Ignore that. Anyway, during your main phase, you can target 1 level 3 or lower spellcaster monster in your graveyard, special summon that monster. This effect can only be used once while this card's face up on the field. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Magician continuous spell card from your deck to your hand, except Magician's Encore. We have more coming down here, but already this card's not too bad. You can return it with Sorcerer and then activate it again to maybe use it, because it only says once while this card is face up on the field. So if you could use it a second time potentially. I could be wrong. I could be stupid and be reading this wrong and interpreting it wrong. Let me know in the comments if I am. I most likely am. And next we have Magician's Left Hand. Continuous spell card. Once per turn, when a trap effect is activated by your opponent, resolves while you control a spellcaster type monster. Negate that effect, and if you do, destroy it. So it negates traps. Okay, so this one lets you special summon monsters. And lets you search for the other Magician spell cards. This one negates traps and destroys them as long as you control spellcaster. And then let's see, Magician's Right Hand. Once per turn, when a spell effect is activated by your opponent while you control 1 spellcaster type monster, negate that, and if you do, destroy it. So this one negates spells, this one negates traps. Not bad at all. They're once per turn effects, and you have to have a magician, or you have to have a spellcaster out, which isn't going to be hard for this deck because they're mostly all spellcasters. And I could definitely see myself running this with like magicians, most likely, because it lets you search stuff. So not too bad at all. They're a good set of cards. And the last card we have here is another DDD card. It's Dark Contract with the Eternal Darkness. It's a continuous trap card, and while 2 DD cards are in your pendulum zone, your opponent cannot target monsters on the field with spell or trap effects, nor tribute monsters on the field for a tribute summon, nor use monsters on their field as material for fusion, synchro, or exceed summons. So really, all you can do while you have 2D, all your opponent can do is fucking they can activate spells and traps as long as they don't target, and they can only fuse from hand. They can normal summon and they can special summon, but they just can't do anything else. So they can't tribute summon, they can't exceed summon, and they can't synchro summon. They can fusion summon from hand, and that's about it. This is a really good fucking card. And it's got the typical once per turn during your standby phase, take 1000 damage. I mean, obviously it's easy to get rid of, and you need to have 2 DDDs in your pendulum zone, or 2 DDs in your pendulum zone. But it's still a pretty good card. DDs are just showing themselves to be more and more of a broken ass deck, and they're just gonna wreck this format when it comes. But that is all I have to say about these cards. If you guys have anything to say, leave it in the comments. I'm really liking that we got this finally revealed. And thanks for watching, guys. This has been Kale Alec, and just remember to stay fucking eternally dark. Edge.